Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And the 23rd of March will be a very important day on the elections calendar in terms of Raila Odinga's presidential campaigns, because Martha Karua officially joined Azimio la Umoja. And I followed her speech very clearly. The Secretary General of NAC mentioned that they had already broken ties with One Kenya Alliance, and so they were joining that Azimio as NAC Kenya. And of course, there was that one significant question that the NAC Kenya team were asking Raila Odinga, because the media invite was sent at around 8:30, because some WhatsApp group with some journalists. Remember, I've been in media, and I saw that media invite, and the media invite came from NAC Kenya. Then there was another one that also was from Raila Odinga's presidential team that was talking about Raila's presence in attending the UPIA NDC. So the Raila Odinga's team also gave that. Then in the same media invite by NAC Kenya, they actually mentioned that Raila Odinga is also going to attend. So it was very clear what was going to happen. So it was sent at 8:30, and by 10 I was in town. Actually, I wanted to attend that event. But then I kept on waiting because there were some journalists who were already there. And so when I was making the calls when it was started, then we realized it was going late, and then I just had to come back. So I didn't attend it. But it delayed for more than 2 hours because Raila was meeting Martha Karua secretly in some hotel there. Then when they walked out, I saw the photos there. They were with Nderito Murithi, Makau Mutua, CSK Macharia, Raila Odinga. We also told that Charity Ngilu was also there briefly, but I did not see her. But then, what that tells you is the team that met Martha Karua was Raila Odinga's presidential strategic team. That is the team that met Martha Karua with Raila Odinga before Martha made that decision to join Azimio la Umoja. It's a welcome call, and I think the reason why, for the first time, Raila looked happy compared to even by the time, even more than the Kajakaranda endorsement, the Tosha movement by, the Tosha statement by Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, I want us to, the question that now Kenyans have been asking is, now, what is in store for her? Because we believe that the secret meeting that Raila had with Martha Karua that prolonged that press briefing was on what is in table for NAC Kenya and how exactly Martha Karua was going to work with Raila Odinga. I think that is something that is there because she already had her own demands, and of course at an appropriate time we may know. Mutahi Ngunyi is saying something very interesting in Twitter, and I want us to look at that because from it we are going to build into how best Raila can utilize the presence of Martha Karua in Azimio la Umoja. Mutahi Ngunyi is saying in his Twitter handle, Martha Karua as DP cannot compare with a political cartoon known as Nditi Nyoro, Ruto's deputy. With Martha in Azimio, we can now declare, as the late Kijana Malwa did, Gari Tosha. Then he said also, first he had also mentioned this and say, why does the thought of Martha Karua as Baba's running mate make me come as a Kikuyu? Now, these two tweets are going to help us. I'm trying to build just from this to find out how best Raila Odinga can utilize Martha Karua. In fact, after that, I have been receiving calls, especially members from Gema. We've been having very peer analysis on what best Martha Karua brings in comparison to Peter Kenneth, whether now it is time, I don't know. So if you ask me, the team that brought Martha Karua and that maybe were pushing for her to join, more is Raila and the team. And so she did not come under the persuasion of One Kenya Alliance. In fact, the truth here is Martha Karua kind of felt like Kalonzo and Gideon Moi betrayed her when they went and joined Azimio and signed for the Azimio. Maybe they bargained for their own interest, not at the interest of Oka. So Martha Karua also felt like these fellas are not the people I want to be with. And that's why she opted that if she was going to join Azimio, it was to be a Raila Martha Karua talk. They were first elected in Parliament in 1992, the same time. And so the people who they call themselves the comrades Martha Karua was referring to. Before we look at how Raila can utilize Martha, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel. Also, click the notification bell. When we publish a video, you'll be notified. And more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, like our videos. When you like our videos, they will be suggested more. And that's how this channel is going to grow. What does Martha Karua bring? People have asked questions. Now that she's there, is she bringing numbers? Now she has also brought in the topic of the running mate. Is there someone? But think about it. Think about Martha Karua as Raila's chief agent and Rigathi Gachagua as Ruto's chief agent. What do you think? The memories of 2007, if they are still fresh in your mind, you can remember that. Now, one, it is time for Raila to use the corruption card perfectly, because now he has someone that Raila or the Azimio campaign team can use to sell the corruption card. Martha Karua resigned from government in 2009 as a Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs, a government that Raila Odinga was the Prime Minister, because of what she termed as there was corruption there and she could not put up with it. She could not play to the system. So it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for Raila to sell more the corruption card. The corruption card is so ideal for Azimio team because it brands the other competitors as looters. When you talk about how you want to curb corruption and how you have the zeal and the power to curb corruption, the best person to now handle it and boost that narrative is Martha Karua. Number two is the liberation, which has been the clarion call of Azimio team. By the way, if you look at the two sides, Azimio and Kenya Kwanza, they are much opposite, far apart. Because the other team seems to be a team that is just thriving in insults, revenge, I don't want to say chaos, but revenge, insults, abuses, and they're just young people with short-term ambitions. Like, you see, like, you wouldn't expect Martha Karua to be the same camp where Moses Kure is saying everything that is just coming from his mouth. So this sides, Azimio tries to exhibit bit of that maturity. And this because Raila and Martha Karua have been in the liberation trenches for some time. I was reading an article here that at some point Raila was supposed to be in a police station, supposed to go to a police station, and Martha Karua mobilized some lawyers so that Raila could be escorted to that place. So these are people that have been together. I want to believe it is time to pull the liberation. The liberation clarion call is what brands Raila Mandela moment. That is what I think. Three, and I believe this is why Mutahi Ngunyi maybe is talking about Martha Karua as a running mate. Although this is going to happen, Martha should lead the National Azimio Women League. Martha Karua is on board. You have Charity Ngilu. These are two powerful women in this country. You have Mama Ada behind them, playing behind the scene. You have Mama Ngina Kenyatta is also somewhere, playing behind the scene. And you have Martha Karua. Actually, I was discussing with someone who was telling me that if you pick Martha Karua as your running mate, you're not just going to, first it will make Raila Odinga's candidature very special. That will be the first woman deputy president in the country, and that is going to set a precedent. By that I can tell you, if Raila picks Martha Karua as a running mate and they win, that shall have set the precedence, and in 2027, most likely, the vice president will be a woman. That is going to set that precedence. And that National Women's League, it's something that will bolster Raila's campaigns nationwide, because Martha Karua is not only going to bring votes from Central, but she's going to bring votes from the other parts of the country, because now they will have a woman as one of them. So the Martha Karua presence brings the gender card on board. That I feel is now here is Martha Karua should now play the eye of Central Kenya, political eye, or the person to secure the interest of Central Kenya in Azimio la Umoja. And I don't want you to get me wrong. I am not saying that she's going to replace President Uhuru Kenyatta. Because Raila is being branded as a state project, or president is behind him and all that. And then the Kenya Kwanza team are running away with the narrative from the Central Kenya that the president has done nothing from that place. What that means is that, according to them, the president may not be strategic enough to maybe secure their interests, because it is according to what Kenya Kwanza are telling the residents, and it's sinking there, ladies and gentlemen, that the president has been here for 10 years and he has done nothing. So what can he do for you through Raila Odinga? Now, someone who can lobby for the interests of Central Kenya, and this one is in the spirit of Mount Kenya Unity Forum, is Martha Karua. So what should be done is Martha Karua to be given the space to breed. In that position as a spokesperson, she be the person to say what Central Kenya needs to get from Azimio la Umoja. With that, is going to save President Uhuru Kenyatta all this name calling, and actually she is going to be the Kenyatta redemption. She's going to redeem President Uhuru Kenyatta, and I'm waiting to see. Martha Karua is not that confrontational, but she's very objective politician, and will go direct. If it is about telling someone on this is wrong, I will not. I expect her, of course, to pronounce herself on some issues. She's going to face it, and so I think that is the person to respond to the claims. She's the person now. Instead of now blaming Uhuru, they should now ask Martha Karua what Central Kenya needs to be, and of course, that is also going to end that narrative of president wants to stay in power. Now, thirdly, Karua Ruto rivalry. I don't know. Face off. The person that is going to match William Ruto in this country is Martha Karua. Calm, but very astute politician. I saw someone saying, Mutahi Ngunyi was saying that Martha Karua is the person who now matches William Ruto in this country. Let me finish by saying this. If Raila picks Martha Karua as a running mate, and DP Ruto makes a mistake of going to Central Kenya to pick even a female as a running mate, a woman as a running mate, that will be done for her, because the narrative is going to change. First, the focus will be that it is the woman narrative that is bringing you the votes. So compare Martha Karua and Alice Wahome, who is a viable running mate, a candidate, or compare Martha Karua and William Ruto makes the biggest mistake that I wouldn't expect him to do, is to pick Anne Waiguru. It will be at this side between Martha Karua and Anne Waiguru who can deliver Central Kenya votes. That narrative of going for a woman in Central Kenya is something that Kenya Kwanza team will not make a blunder in getting into that trap, because they don't have someone that is so formidable in the stature of Martha Karua that can face off with Martha Karua in Central Kenya, as far as the female running mate is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you expect? How can Raila best utilize Martha Karua? That's my analysis.